To sum up the last video, what we decided to do is to do our text handling trick again, but this time we're gonna keep only the values A, B, C, D, E, and F of the very first character of the cabin if the cabin has a value inside. Let's put that together in Python, and we can see here I have a first section that gives us the first letter, and I'm defining an empty list. What I'm gonna do is just I will loop through every single field of the cabin column. So what I'll do is simply here is our cabin. I start in number 1. I'll try to say, okay, is there a value inside? Can I take the first character? No, I can't. Alright, next one. Is there a value inside? Can I take the first character? Oh yes, I can. And the first character is C. So I'm gonna append that letter, the first character of this temporary variable L that I'm using for looping. In this case, the first letter is a C, and that's again a little bit of a funny thing in Python. You start counting by 0 actually when you do this indexation. So in here I know the value is going to be C for the second cell, and then I'm taking that empty list I had prepared before and I'm appending this value C. Okay? So this list is going to be something we did for the missing value, and then the second element is going to be a C at this point. Now let's look what happened for the missing value, and that's going to be the next one as well, also missing value. In that case, what happens is this here actually throws an error because an empty element does not have a position 0 that I can access. So this would actually not execute. What I'm doing is I'm using a try construct. By writing try here and except here, I'm saying every time when an error occurs, instead of doing whatever caused the error here, you jump and do this instead. So instead of taking the first character here, I'm just appending an empty string. All right? In the end, that list is gonna look like empty string, C, empty string, C, here's an E, etc. So for every single cell we have that. All that's now left is we're gonna do our trick again to transform the text-based variables into numbers-based variables, and then we drop all the things we said before we don't want. So that's this here, these two G and T goes out, and to make it easy we say actually that empty string we used for handling missing data is just the absence of all the other columns that have information, and because I'm pretending the G and T don't have information, I'm also going to put them into the same bucket. So we drop all 3 of them, and all 3 of them will just be treated as not being A, B, C, D, E, or F. So by this point, your cabin should look like this. You have a first dummy variable that's going to indicate if someone was in section A. So no one here in the first 9 passengers. Oh, first 10, we count to 0 as well. Section B, again, no one. Section C, yes, we saw there were some passengers from section C in our first 10 passengers in the list. So there's one here and one here, and so forth.